and these fans do battle with the and he will be marked down.
Ready, 5-8, 5-8, 54, 12.
First time with Alvin Kamara. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Breeze. Incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Sherrills. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
To Hunt, ready? Hey, receiver. We own it.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Wide.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to affect you in a negative way. That's what all the guys are looking for.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 64 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Bravo. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Greystone, travel. Gun.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action now, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
6-6. Pull it high. Watch the whip. Bang, bang.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 44.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey, Haywood! Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number 1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they prime contenders right now for Baltimore. Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes has got it together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Breeze to throw again. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want, They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First down, Vikings.
Treyhunt, ready? 54. I got him.
Cousins on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think...
Well, the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins to throw it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Set. You ready? Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming, baby. 0-2.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Ready?
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He's got the first down here inside the 30, and down to the 27-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Stop it. 36.
On first down, Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Following the interception, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Hey, Charlie.
A first down throw for Cousins. And some room to maneuver. What a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. 54.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Michael Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Check tight, check tight, check tight. Hey, no, easy. Here we go,
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 2nd down, Cook. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Where are you? 54. No gain on this defense. No gain. 2.
First down. Here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. They can't hang with that.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Breeze now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Breeze's throw on target to Cook. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 58 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a run with Cook, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Coming to you. Check 4, check 4.
Play fake. Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle. From the 39, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins under pressure again, and down he goes again. David Onyemata in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Cousins, now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, a nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games